So all throughout the past week, a bunch of players expected to be drafted into the NBA in about a month participated in the NBA Combine, and at this event, many of these players were able to boost their draft stock and their interest from GMs and scouts through some activities, such as landing impressive measurements, performing well in drills, playing well in scrimmages, and also the direct personal workouts with NBA teams. And the NBA Combine isn't really a popular event, but this year there was definitely some buzz around it, from controversy about whether or not Sharif Cooper somehow had a huge growth spurt, to the fact that an NBA Combine record was actually broken. There was just a lot that happened. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about a few players that were actually able to improve their draft stock at this year's event. But real quick before I move on, what's up YouTube, Plug Speaks, back with the vid. If you're new, first of all, welcome, go ahead and sub, also like the vid if you enjoy. I upload draft and also general NBA content 3 to 4 times a week, and we're trying to hit 5K, so I'd for sure appreciate it. But back to the vid though. Now I don't plan to waste any time. The first thing I want to cover is the new max vertical leap of 48 inches set by Tennessee's Keon Johnson. And Keon was already projected to go in the lottery, but something like this definitely solidifies his spot, because the man went out and broke the previous record of 45.5 inches that's been held for 20 years by a man named Kenny Gregory. And the actual video of Keon's vertical leap makes it seem as if it was effortless, like the man was literally floating in the air for a few seconds. So yeah, his draft interest is probably going up, and obviously a 48-inch vertical doesn't guarantee he'll be an all-star, but it does show he has athleticism that you simply cannot teach. Plus, think about it, he's in the lottery without being an efficient shooter or having a reliable jumper. So yeah, the potential is up there. Now next up we got Josh Christopher, and after a season at Arizona State where he performed well but probably not as great as he'd like, it makes sense that he'd attend the Combine and just try to boost his interest. And I'll be referencing one of ESPN's main scouts, Jonathan Gavoni, all throughout this vid, because he really came through with a detailed look at each prospect. But yeah, Josh definitely had some success at the Combine. In one of the scrimmages, he dropped a double-double of 16 points and 10 rebounds in a winning effort, and as the leading scorer. And then he was also able to show how much of an athlete he really is. Like, there's plenty of reasons to believe that all his crazy dunks and skilled scoring at Arizona State and even high school are gonna translate to the NBA. Now this next player is UConn's James Bouknight. And Bouknight is someone I originally thought would fall just outside the top 10 as a steal. Like, I dropped a vid 3 months ago trying to wake people up, I'm just saying. But he probably won't be a steal anymore, because not only have people started to wake up, but his performance in the Combine just furthered his case as a lottery pick. And then a bunch of top 10 lottery teams like the Orlando Magic, the Warriors, and the Pelicans have shown interest already. And like I said, a lot of it is because of what he showed at his personal workout. He was shooting the ball really well, his form looked smooth, and overall he just looked like a pro. Because there's a lot of things that as fans might not always appreciate, such as footwork, body control, and so on, but the scouts, they definitely notice it. And then on top of that, in a short video going around of him shooting around at the Combine, he made like 10 threes in a row, 10 plus threes, basically showing that the 30% from 3 he shot this past season does not tell the full story. Now obviously there's no real defense at the Combine, but I'm just saying he shoots it better than some may think, and he's definitely one of the best scorers in the draft. Now this next player is VCU's Nashon Hyland, and I must admit, I was one of the people sleeping on Nashon heavy, because he's easily a first round talent, and during the scrimmages he showed exactly why. He went and dropped 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists on a very efficient 7 for 11 shooting from the field. And then the way he was moving was impressive too. He showed nice court vision, showed that he knows his spots, and ultimately that he's NBA ready. And since he's almost 6'4" with shoes, he pretty much has perfect size for his position. And honestly, he probably already knows that he's destined for somewhere in the first round after that draft Combine performance. He's definitely a lock. Now next up we got Sharife Cooper, and Sharif's draft interest has really shot up for two huge reasons, and one of them is because he apparently got taller. Not exactly 6'4" like a lot of people thought, but he definitely got taller. See, before he was borderline 6 foot, and now he claims he's 6'2", and he sort of looks like it too. But yeah, Sharif's personal workout is where he really impressed scouts, and I can only imagine because the 2-minute clip that's been going around and it's been released is super impressive by itself. I mean, this man's handles and quickness with the ball is ridiculous. It's easily up there with the best in the draft, and he showed it in the workout. But what's even more impressive is that it genuinely looks like he's been working on his shot. Because if you're unaware, the man shot 23% from 3 back at Auburn, and we can all agree that's pretty terrible. And his release was also kinda slow given the position he plays. However, at the workout, his shot release was faster, his follow through was more smooth, and most importantly, it was going in. And again, I know these are open threes and that we shouldn't think too deep into it, but the difference is in the shot mechanics. It's just good to see his shot looks a little bit different, and that's pretty much my biggest takeaway. Now this next player is Florida State Scottie Barnes, and for the most part I feel like a lot of people know Scotty is legit. They know he's projected in the lottery and they know he has nice potential, but believe me when I say this event just made him look even scarier, because the combine measurements revealed that his wingspan is just under 7'3" at 7'2.75", and then his max vertical leap was 39.5, just under 40 inches. I mean, that's ridiculous, because it's no secret, Scotty has real guard-like abilities. So the fact that he can do all of that and dribble and just bring the ball up the floor while maintaining a 7'2" wingspan and having a vertical of basically 40 inches is again ridiculous. And what I'm about to say is pretty redundant, because us NBA fans say this about pretty much every prospect that can't shoot. But if Scotty develops a jumper, a reliable jumper, it's over. It's really over, and that's all I'm gonna say. Now this next player is Auburn's JT Thor, a 6'10 center that's one of the youngest in the draft at just 18 years old. And he impressed scouts with both his measurements and personal workout, because this man measured out for a wingspan of 7'3", and for his size he's pretty fast on his feet. So his upside as a versatile defender is through the roof. And then he's also reported to have shown good signs as a shooter, unteachable talent as an athlete, and overall just value as a raw prospect. So yeah, Sharif Cooper likely won't be the only Auburn player getting drafted. But yeah, anyway, on to the last player for today. We got Mcclung out of Texas Tech. And whether you first heard of him from his high school mixtapes or his time in college, or if you're just hearing about him now, he went crazy at the combine. Like, his max vertical leap measured out to be 43.5 inches, and then his court sprint was fast as well. And overall, sources claim he just impressed scouts. So yeah, me personally, I believe there is a team for him somewhere in the second round. Now it may take further development, but I think he's shown enough to prove he's an NBA talent. But anyway, that's about it for the best performances in this year's draft combine event. Y'all let me know what impressed you the most, or if you're actually sold on any of these prospects. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching as always. Like this up, share, sub if new, all of that, and I'm out.